Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Wood. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I am a 5-year revenge and kidney damage, medical blacklisting, treatment refusals, file falsification, kidnap, sex assault, slave traffic, torture, attempted murder victim for revenge of Ontario Provincial Police. Ex-O.p.p chief or commander, year 2019, he drove a white Jeep Wrangler. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is guilty of having me shot August of 2019 before he left. He is guilty of attempted murder. Staff sergeants, years 2019, 2021, guilty of attempted murder, kidnapping, sex assault. Robert Lucas, guilty of attempted murder, slave trafficking. He actually told me once that he could fuck me, kill me, get away with it. Money Badge Family Town Council. He was right. Constable Ward, Shannon Cork, Dave Weiss, Robert Lucas, once again. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. And Shelley Hafner, or Huffner, had me kidnapped May 27, 2021. Criminal doctors who were involved in O.p.p, sex slavery trafficking, stalking, and homicides. Dr. Margie V, aka Tatiana V, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, name and file falsifier, medical blacklister, the one that assures crimes for O.p.p and their accomplices. She is the girlfriend to Stacy, the mental health worker, guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit and cover up for O.p.p, for her girlfriend Stacy, and for herself and for their accomplices. Dr. Barton, Dr. Hadley, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor, all criminally negligent, all with criminal intent to commit and cover up, file falsifications, treatment refusals, discriminations, having me falsely arrested and charged to prevent anything legal on them. O.p.p and their accomplices. Ex-CEO Covey Duck is also involved, and patient relations. Aaron Brown is involved as well. Their co-offenders, accomplices, human traffickers, human sex trade, slavery traffickers, drug traffickers with and for O.p.p, and are guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit identity fraud, framing, trafficking, and homicide. A guy known as Bill Wooldridge. He has many alias names: Bill Wooldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Bill Delarosable, James Bubbles, Stephen Mavis, which is a wanted inmate walkaway escapee allegedly being looked for by O.p.p, but he is right in Napanee being harbored by him. He also has his Robert Cross as well, approximately 60 to 70 years old, bald glasses. He used to stalk children for ex-O.p.p chief, the one that had me shot, and the one that drove the white Jeep Wrangler at Tim Hortons daily for sex slavery trafficking. He is guilty of stalking my mother. He was calling my mother mom while he was stalking her. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth. He believes that he is my dad. And like I said, when he was stalking my mother, he was calling my mother mom as well. He is guilty of causing her death December 20th, 2020, with intent, done through O.p.p, Spencer Mills 14716, and Stacy, the mental health worker, that's now Kingston AMHS. Blair Frederick Gerbler Hardy, he is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of identity thefts, stalking. He has a drug lab in Tweed, Ontario. He is the boss co-offender to O.p.p cops, the ones named. Leader of the Hardy Boys gang. He's guilty of rapes, identity thefts and frauds, welfare pension, and old age frauds, forgeries, stalking, and multiple homicides. Robert Berry, he is a slave trafficker. He is a drug trafficker. He sells pills and meth. He is a truck driver and a possible serial killer with his boyfriend Robert. They live on Bridge Street in Napanee, Ontario. There is Bert the Hitman Hustler, who is allegedly an NHL hockey player for the Philadelphia Flyers and the Hartford Whalers. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of torturing, stalking, and attempted murder. Tyler T. Bagley, he is a well-known rat informant to one Robert Kane. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog Run in March 2023 with intent. He is guilty of attempted murder. Raymond LeBlanc, he lives behind a pizza shop in Napanee on Dundas and East Street. He is a child groomer. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is a stalker. He is a drug trafficker, and he is guilty of attempted murder. Dale Hartwick, he is guilty of attempted murder, being involved with my identity theft with the intent to commit for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend. Dale Hartwick's uncle Harry, he is guilty of torture, sex assault. He is a child groomer. He is guilty of being involved with brain injuring me and attempted murder. Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, who is guilty of attempted murder. He is guilty of torture. He is guilty of sex assaults. He is guilty of attempted paralyzing me with the intent to commit with and for his boyfriend, Dale Hartwick. They are speed traffickers, heroin addicts and traffickers, fentanyl traffickers, and lacing it to cause overdose murders to be above suspicion of causing those murders to make it look like just a person had bought bad drugs and overdosed from it. No, it's being done with intent. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups, the treatment refusals, the brain injuring, the mutilations, the proof, the lies, the cover ups, the time buying, how O.p.p. are framing victims, trafficking, and having victims murdered is through the doctors who are criminally involved once again, the justice of the peace who is involved and who is guilty of obstructions, accusations, threats, intimidations, having me falsely charged to prevent anything legal on her or charging and arresting. She is a possible cocaine addict and a possible cocaine dealer, crack through one Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne. Like I said, once again, untouchable, unarrestable. They are above all laws in Napanee. Without $22,000, it's being extorted from me to have these pieces of shit arrested. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken while I have been going through this. Lies about long criminal record and history, not true. No criminal record or history or association with any cops prior to being shot. In August of 2019, me speaking up to try to save lives, and then the revenge retaliation began on me, trying to turn it around and make it look like it is me, trying to label me as a suicidal self-harmer. So when O.p.p. are trafficking, framing, and committing murders, they can use that lie against their victims to cover it up. They are forcing suicides. They are committing drug lacing, overdose murders. They're brain damaging their victims, completely, totally changing victims' identities through homosexual, low-life pieces of shit when people go missing. It is through the police. It is through doctors who are co-committing and covering it up with criminal negligence and intent. This is how they are getting away with it, and it is their accomplices, ex-drug addicts or ex-inmates, drug addicts, delusional psychiatric patients who they are using. This is why Stacy, the mental health worker, is involved. I hold her responsible for murder with intent to commit through her boss, Robert Cross, Bill Wooldridge, or whatever the fuck his name is. They are all very seriously dangerous. Public needs to be aware of this. Damages are done to me, and my full physical identity theft is done. And I am not taking a fall for any O.p.p. accomplice because of what has been done to me. You are all homosexuals. You are sex offenders, and each and every one of you cops are nothing but fucking murdering terrorists, low life pieces of shit. I don't care. I am going through this identity theft, but no matter how much I am changed to look like your Water Harbored inmate, sex offender, co offenders, I am not taking a fall for any fucking O.p.p. or their accomplices to fuck my life over to get away with what you've gotten away with for 5 years against me. One way or another, no threat. You are going to answer for the murders that you are guilty of just because you have a gun and a badge. Same with the doctors. I am going to sue you to kingdom come, and this is no threat. It will not bring my mother back. It will not bring my life or my dogs back, and it will not give me my identity back, which you have completely changed to fuck me over with your low life pieces of shit, homosexual, drug trafficking garbage. Once again, never speak O.p.p. crimes. If Spencer Mills shows up at your door, expect murders to happen, and there will be nothing that you can do about it. Once again, these cops are very seriously dangerous. Their accomplices, the doctors, people disappear, murdered and missing. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. Wellington Police is also in Wellington. O.p.p. is also involved through Robert Cross or Bill Wooldridge, whatever his name is. He is the boss to a lot of very seriously dangerous O.p.p. along with Blair Hardy. And Jason Gimpy Two Step Van Alstyne is also involved with police in Kingston, Ontario, dealing through them the laced fentanyl at the hub. He is very seriously dangerous, and they are all highly protected because they can implicate the cops and everyone else named. I now look like a fucking homosexual sex offender piece of shit garbage because of O.p.p. cops and the fucking doctors. Congratulations in their low lives that they are using to do this. Never speak O.p.p. crimes. You will be assassinated, and so will your parents and your animals and everybody else, and you will be killed, and they will get away with it because their badges, their guns, their doctors, and everyone else, especially because they're doing it to the poor, elderly, disabled, causing homelessness and homeless exploitation and trafficking along with the sex slavery. Congratulations, O.p.p.